On the 8th of October 2015, Jurgen Klopp joined Liverpool. He's enjoyed a 9-year spell at the club, winning all the major honours, both domestic cups, Champions League, Premier League, and a few other trophies in there as well. However, last week, Klopp announced that his time with Liverpool will be ending at the end of the season. That poses the question, boys, what next for this Liverpool team? Obviously, they're flying high in the league right now. A lot of people saying to me, Jack, do you think that, by Klopp, Klopp leaving, is going to maybe derail Liverpool's season? Sure, a lot of you boys have seen Klopp's interview. He came out and said that, his head's fully with it in terms of finishing the season off for Liverpool. He's fully focused on the job ahead. I mean, obviously, Liverpool are fighting on 4 fronts right now. I know they're not in the Champions League, but they still get Europa League. They're obviously in the Carabao Cup final. They're obviously top of the league, as I say, and they are still in the FA Cup as well. So they're fighting on 4 fronts. They've so much to play for. And the players, man, if you're a player playing on, for Jurgen Klopp, all he's done for you in the last, however long you've been at the club, in the last 9 years, he's an absolute legend at it, but it's beyond football at this point. The city of Liverpool loves him, apart from if you're an Everton fan, of course. I'm a United fan, as you boys know, and Klopp will be, this is from a United point of view, looking in at a rival manager, but Klopp will be a big loss to the league, man. I'm gonna miss Klopp, even though he wasn't a manager of my club. He's funny. There's never a dull moment with him, man. He's always, got the passion, the high energy approach for the game, and as I said, it'd be a big miss for this league. He comes across as a really nice guy, and as I say, if you're a player playing for Klopp at the last 6 months of the season, you'd want to give him one last send-off, man. One last hurrah, so to speak. You really want to put it all in, see if you can win as many trophies for him this season as you can, and send him off on a high, man. The question is, boys, what next for this Liverpool team? I mean, Klopp leaving the summer. I mean, there's been a few, obviously, managers. I'm sure you boys have seen that in recent days. There's been a few new managers leaked with the club, like Xabi Alonso, Steven Gerrard. The thing with that is, I mean, personally, if it was between those two, I think if you're a Liverpool fan, you'd probably take Xabi Alonso. He's probably more, he's probably a little bit more in the bank in terms of coaching experience. Who knows? I mean, Steven Gerrard could be the one they appoint in the summer. One thing I would say, Klopp obviously is here to the end of the season, man. He's here to the summer, so there's a lot can change. Football is a sport that's always changing, man. The football world's always changing, adapting, and there's a lot can happen. It's a fast-paced moving business, football, as we all know. So a lot can happen in the 6 months from now until the summer when Klopp leaves, and many more managers could become available, guys. Let me know in the comments, whether you're a Liverpool fan or just a neutral fan looking at this situation at Liverpool. Let me know, who would you appoint as the next Liverpool manager? Who do you think would be a good fit for the club in the summer to take them forward? The big thing to know is obviously what manager is going to be the right fit. There's some great managers might become available in the summer, but we know how Klopp's been successful. He's built that team from the ground up. He inherited a team that was nowhere near a title-winning side. He added it in bit by bit with the help of the club. He spent well, and he spent smartly with quite clever signings in many ways, and he built his team bit by bit, man. I remember there was a time, I think there was one summer where he just needed the goalkeeper, and then because I think they had that Champions League, boys, where they had Lloris Karius in goal and they lost to Madrid, and Lloris Karius pretty much cost them that game. Obviously the following summer they brought in Alisson, didn't they? So I think Robertson was 8 million. He built his team up the way he wanted to play. A lot of Liverpool's players right now are Klopp players. They're all Klopp players in the sense he bought them, but a lot of them are players that he's bought them with a characteristic and a style of play in mind. Klopp's got his own philosophy, this gegenpress, this high energy approach to football. His players, his squad represents that. The way they play, Klopp's style of play and his philosophy of football is tailored towards these players, and these players are tailored towards his system. They've adapted to each other, and that's why they've enjoyed so much success. Champions League win, Premier League win, obviously in recent years. They're fighting obviously for a title this year and on 4 fronts. These players, they know what they're doing, and they're in this. They play well in this system, because that's the thing with manager changes as well, isn't it? It's all well and good bringing in a new manager, but also the thing is with that, boys, you got to take it into effect, right? We've got a squad of players here. We're not going to be able to change them all and bring a load of new ones in overnight. So what can we do to kind of make the transition as seamless as possible, I guess? So as I say, boys, bringing in a different manager that becomes available in the summer that maybe isn't the right fit for Liverpool. It could, with different principles and different style of coaching and style of play, it might not work that well with this crop of Liverpool players and could become very problematic for the club. If you look at the Zerbi, for example, at Brighton, right? Obviously now Brighton, it's ironic because I'm recording this video the night after Brighton got absolutely smashed by Luton Town 4-0 last night. But you look at the Zerbi at Brighton, right? Obviously I know they're not having a crazy good season this year, but what he's done to that club in the last couple of years, taking them from a average team in the mid-table team up to a team whereby I know that obviously they've not won anything yet, but they're a team that on their day, most Premier League teams, any Premier League team really, will know the threat of Brighton. They've got dangerous players. The recruitment is so good under Brighton as well. They bring in these obscure players no one's heard about, and they turn them into players that play really well for them, and then potentially move on to bigger things as well. And obviously make money and profit out of that. But they're in Europa League this year. They top their group. They're a team that's gonna now challenge potentially for the Europa League. I don't think they'll win it, but they're in there. They're a competition for any team time in the Premier League. Any team they face, you know, teams are aware of the threat Brighton have got, the dangerous players that they've got, and it's just a transformation. And the thing with De Zerbi is obviously it's a style of play as well. So with De Zerbi, could he slot into, I mean, obviously the stakes are much higher at Liverpool than Brighton, of course. Is he the type of manager with similar, not obviously the same, but similar principles to Klopp? Would that be a potential manager if he became available that would fit well at Liverpool? Potentially so, but as I say, there's a long time to go until the summer. Lot can change. Certain managers that, you know, maybe are linked at the minute, they might have a club by the summer, and vice versa. Some managers that maybe we're not considering right now for a Liverpool role could be sacked or could leave by the end of the summer, and then they could become available as free agents for Liverpool to approach. So it's all up in the air, as I say. Klopp this season, I think Liverpool won't win the league, though. I have said that for a while. I think I always said, even before the Klopp stuff, I thought City will win the league still, unless those 115 charges are dealt with. But the amount of charges there is, I wouldn't imagine that'll be dealt with very quickly. So yeah, I think City will still come back and win this league. But I mean, what motivation for a player you've got now, man, to have your guy 9 years in charge. No matter how long each of those players have been at the club, they know the effect status Klopp has at that club. Well, it's going to give them so much motivation, isn't it, for one last massive kind of hurrah for him, hopefully one last real grind, and see what they can win out of this season, man, because they're not out of anything yet. They're in the Europa League, they're top of the Prem, and obviously they're in a Carabao Cup final as well. So yeah, they're flying high. At the minute they're doing very, very well, and as I say, I think what motivation you've got as a player, play for Klopp at the end of the season and see what you can win at the end of it. Thank you so much for watching, boys. If you've enjoyed today's video, please do smash that like button for us. It does help increase the reach of this video, gets it out on more algorithms, on the search pages for new people to find the channel. Make sure as well, if you are one of those new people that have found the channel, get yourself part of the FK Sports, man. The community over here, it's my football channel. We do these videos pretty much once a week is usually the upload schedule, but if there's more topical news that needs to be talked about, we will make an added video for it as well. So 1 to 2 videos a week. Football watch-alongs, hoping to bring them back very soon in terms of the live streams as well. But yeah, get yourself subscribed, smash those likes on the stream, smash those likes on the video, and of course, let me know in the comments as suitable fit for Liverpool. Even a manager that maybe already managing, boys, but if you think, you know, if they were to get sacked or something changed at their situation at their current club and they became available, would that be a good fit for Liverpool? So any manager in the world, hypothetically, who would you take for Liverpool in the summer? Drop it down below. As I say, great to have you all watching, boys, and I'll see you in the next one, man. Peace out.